Hello farmers and welcome back to Pallegney on Farming Simulator 25. I am actually doing another baling contract. I'm not cutting grass to start the episode, so that's a little bit of a change. I was hesitant to take this contract because I did one last episode and it seemed like it took forever. And this field was maybe 60% bigger than the other one, but I was like, I can't pass up a $13,000 contract. But really with a square baler, it seems like I'm doing this job a lot faster than I did the one in the last episode. So yeah, $13,000 for this contract. You can see we're just about done here over in field, well, what number is it, 47? Yeah, 47. Another thing I was doing in between episodes a little bit, I was like, you know what, I need to find the last two collectibles, or at least try to. And then I went around looking for them, and I had no luck. I maybe looked for about 20 minutes, and could not find nothing. Then I double-checked, and I've actually found 6 of the 7 collectibles. So I only got 1 collectible left. So yeah, I've had no luck finding the last collectible. I don't know how much it's going to pay. I don't know if I get a bonus after I find all 7. Have no idea. I'm not going to unload these bales because I think when I collect on the contract, I think I'll keep the bales that are on the baler. I'm not sure. Let's find out. But the contract is complete. Yeah, 13,569. Let's go ahead and collect on that. And okay, the bales are still in the back of the baler. We'll bring them on back. Does my BGA, does that just take plain old straw? Manure, potatoes, silage, slurry, sugar beet. Use this cell. So no, it doesn't. Well, okay, I mean, I'll bring the straw back anyways. And I'm hoping the straw that's in the baler when I go cut the grass at some point in this episode, let's face it, I'm going to be cutting grass at some point. But I hope that straw converts over to grass and we get a grass bale. Now, I'm not quite sure with our goat pen, because I don't have any goats in it. It's not really collecting meadow grass, but I don't think it will until I get some goats in there. And yeah, I want to really buy about 30 goats to start with. I don't want to spend all of our money on the goats to begin with, but at least get the process started. And again, the pen only holds, I almost say only holds, but it does hold 179, so almost 180 goats. So they'll reproduce. I may buy some more goats in the future after the original 30. Like I said, I plan on buying, but at least that's the plan moving forward. So yeah, the goat pen, as you can now see, is in our first field that we bought. And yeah, I left it just as a grass field. Now, on Fresh Stocks, my live stream, I put a cow barn on a grass field, and they took meadow grass from it. No problem. I don't know if it's been changed since then, so if it has been changed, then I think next time I cut grass, maybe I should keep a couple grass bales on the side just in case that they don't take the grass. Just to be sure. It'd be nice to be able to feed the goats. But I'm hoping we'll be able to buy goats this episode. I mean, we are now up to almost 19,000, so that's some good news. I guess these bales, I'm just going to... I'll just leave them in the baler for now. How about that? So yeah, I should have nothing else to do here. I did look at the sales page, so we got a baler. That type of plow don't need. A tractor would be nice, but that's out of our price range. And yeah, the other stuff we do not need. Let's go ahead and let's get on over to our lovely little doormat, which I probably should move at some point because now the goats are here, but you know, whatever. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to the next month and see what arrives in the sale page. Also on contracts numero uno, I'll be looking at probably because I want to get some money on in. Let's see, active, no. What do we got here? Nothing to start with, but I probably got to pass an hour before some good contracts come up. And kind of interesting, they want me to get into like forage harvesting, I think. Because I got 2 forage harvester headers, and we also got a forage harvester wagon. Not a forage harvester wagon, just a forager wagon. There is a corn header for the TARDIS pack, but no, that's... I mean, really? It's only a 6-meter wide one, and I'm probably not going to go with corn. So yeah, this grass field, yeah, maybe if I'd known I wouldn't be able to afford the goats, it might have been better if I did not put down the goat pen. Then I could have cut this grass again, along with our other grass fields, but it is what it is, and I'm fine with that. Let me fast forward another hour, allow contracts to spawn on the map, and hopefully we got some good paying contracts. Like I said, I think I need, are the goats like 1,000 a piece or something like that, 1,100? So 30 goats is going to cost me like 35,000 after shipping fees, because I'm not going to rent a trailer, go buy them, and keep bringing them on over here. So yeah, I did landscape around the goat shed itself, and I got it looking pretty good, I do believe. Got a little bit of a cliff here, but because, you know, this has got to be nice and level for the goat milk to spawn. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I did work on it, like I said, in between episodes. Let's go over here, and again, I want to see what the cost is for 30 goats. So, yep, those are all sheep. So we go down to goats. No, I want full-grown adults. And like I said, right now I got 18,000. What would 18,000 get me? I could buy 22, so they're a little bit cheaper. 30 goats. I only need 25,000, we'll call it. All right, 25,000. So I need another 7 grand. Well, there's a cultivating one. I can get that tractor on that one. Okay, so contracts not the greatest today, at least to start with. All right, so I'll borrow items there, and let's get that one on the go, shall we? Field number 18. I didn't see where it was. All right, so down that road to the right, and then the field will be on the left. I was expecting a wait, but there's no wait because there's a wait already on front of the tractor. So also the dairy production that we're going to be using on this map, I actually had to put it down on my live stream series today on Riverbend. And I must say, I like the looks of the dairy production. I like the size of the dairy, the footprint size. It's not that big, so it'll fit next to the BGA rather nicely. And looking at the recipes, yeah, I think it's just a little bit better than the in-game large dairy productions. I think the ratios are just a little bit better. So I think I'm going to benefit just a little bit more from it, which is, it's okay, but I don't think it's going to be like overpowered or anything. It does not look like it'll be overpowered, so I think it'll do us just fine. And yeah, there's a couple extra recipes that we can do in there as well. Will I ever get that far? Maybe not, because it involves like making chocolate milk and such, which means I would need sugar and all that kind of stuff. I suppose I could buy sugar, but you know what? One step at a time. Why are you stopping for? They're out of the crosswalk. Road rage. Got a little road rage. Alright, at least they're moving now. Yeah, so I'm not, like I said, I spent about 20 minutes looking for, I guess now, my last collectible. I have no idea where it is. I kind of went around, like, the villages, mostly. I was mostly looking at the walls. You know what, I'm going to let you go. I think I'm going to cut down through here. I was mostly looking at the walls. But I got to remember, I think the first collectible I found was on a table. So it could be just on a surface, or maybe it's, you know, it could be on the ground or something. I have no idea where it is. Alright, any hoozles, you go ahead and you get started on that. Yeah, so really, any other contracts would be nice. Fertilizing, no. No, there's a mowing contract, but I mean, I'm going to be mowing as it is. Stone picking. Alright, well, I guess let's go back and grab my Argo Star. We'll detach from that. Fire that up, and I guess I'll get my mowers going. So yeah, all those silage bales over there, they're going to be about 60% fermented. So we got another month to go on those. But yeah, that's going to be like $125,000 worth after going through the BGA. So that's going to be a really, really good payday. Oh, I got my trailer that's there. Yep, that needs to be moved. Let me drop off that butterfly mower for a second. This is the only thing I have leased currently. I can't remember. I think I was talking about it. So the rules on this series is we can only buy from the used section. And when we started, I can only lease up to 5 items. And I was trying to remember if after I got all this mowing equipment, did I reduce that to like only be able to lease 4 items at a time? Well, yeah, it's either 4 or 5 at this point. I don't remember if I reduced it to 4. If I did, maybe I should just call it 4 and be good with it. All right. Well, the good thing about this new setup that we have, and we got to use it last time, is with the butterfly mower now on the back. And now we don't have that other field over there to do. This is not going to take me as long as it has in the past. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll just turn this on here and get going. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and, of course, turn on the radio, and that way you get to see me just mow this on up, bale it on up, and then we'll wrap it on up. And by the time we're done that cultivating contract, it should be done. It better be done. And then we can probably move on throughout the day after we get these wrapped. Find out if there's more contracts. And then, like I said, we just got to get up to 25,000. Well, I mean, I would like to get more than that. But we get up to 25,000, we get ourselves our 30 goats. And we'll see if I need to feed them or not. Oh, yeah, so I better hold off on wrapping some bales as well. Because if I do need grass to feed them, well, yeah, that was the one thing I was going to look at. I think the meadow grass is only 40%. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, must be when I log back in, it fixed it? I don't want to say fixed it. All right, so they got 46,000 liters. Oh, and it's 100%? I was kind of treating it like cows, like it'd be 40%. But no, it's 100%. All right, so I think I don't have to worry about saving any grass bales. We can wrap them all up. All right, so that's even like a double bonus for me now. All right, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's all set. I mean, I think someone did message me on Discord and said it's not going to work with the grass being taken as meadow grass. I was like, okay, they must have changed it since I was on fresh stocks, but apparently it's still there, or somehow I don't know how it works then. I'm not really sure where they're getting the meadow grass from, because that's just grass. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and turn on the radio and let's mow through this job. Get it? Mow through the job. Yeah, let's just listen to the tunes.
And up in the clouds, but I've always felt that something's missing. That was until I found you right there in the crowd. You came into my life and started a fire. You made me feel like I could touch the sky. Oh, there's nothing missing now that you're my desire. Now all I have to do is to make you mine. 'Cause I know, and you know what, like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me, 'cause you know, and I know, we're onto something good. You know, and I know, we got something good. So much better, oh yeah. Before you I was just a shell, so stuck in the dark. You came into my life and started a fire. You made me feel like I could touch the sky. Oh, there's nothing missing now that you're my desire. Now all I have to do is to make you mine. 'Cause I know, and you know what we could be. Like a song, like a perfect. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me, 'cause you know, and I know, we're onto something good. You know, and I know, we got something good.
Still takes a little while to get these two fields mowed, and well, I'm just in the baling process, but that is almost done. It definitely took my worker a while to get that field cultivated, but they finally got it done when I got about halfway through of baling up this field. Seemed like they were on a slow pace there for a little bit. I think they were milking the money out of my bank account. Probably puttering around that field, cultivating and drinking their coffee, I would assume, or tea, or whatever they tended, or being France, maybe wine. Maybe they're into the wine. But either way, yeah, we're just about done baling here. Still got to wrap them up, though. So definitely want to get to that, because the sooner I wrap them, the sooner they start fermenting, and the sooner the bales turn into silage. But I do want to collect on that contract and see what we're up to money-wise. Not the 25,000 I need to get up to buy the 30 goats, but we'll be just that one step closer. And then we can check on... I'm kind of hoping some other contracts will come up. We are in July, so harvesting season is starting to get into full swing. And so maybe there's like plowing contracts or something like that that'll be coming up here soon. Yeah, I'll actually unload the bale that's in there as well. One thing that happened, because we had the baling contract at the beginning of the episode for straw. Yeah, it looked like it got about 3/4 full of straw when I was picking up the grass. And I think it deleted the entire bale. That's what it looked like it did. Okay, it is what it is, so I may have lost a little bit there. That is done. Is there another cultivating one? There is, but it's a much bigger equipment than this. So I'm going to complete collecting this one for 4,960. That's not bad, but I'm definitely going to borrow the items for this one. That is up the road in field number 80. I think that was where I did the baling contract last episode. But borrow the items there. They'll definitely get us above what we need. And what else is going on? Oh, a plowing contract as well. I'm going to borrow the items, but I'm also going to lease. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to lease a plow. So I'm going to borrow those items as well. And I will lease a plow. Not with that plow. That will take a forever. So let's go ahead and... No, that's the wrong pages. Let's go to here. Plows. Yes, and of course for that, we can definitely go with a 12-meter wide one on that one. And then lease that for 1,000. Alright, let's bring this on over, drop off the baler. Let me fold that up. So while those two contracts are going on, I will be wrapping up these bales here. I won't do a time lapse for that. We'll just get them on wrapped up. And with those two contracts done, that will allow us, of course, to buy our 30 goats. And then I got to save up for the dairy production, which is going to cost 55,000. That is definitely next on the shopping list. All right, let me get this set up here. All right, what are we going to teleport into first? All right, the cultivating machines. There's that. And then the John Deere 9R needs to be hitched up to this plow here. And I'll probably get this one going first because this one's going to be a little bit faster going down the road. Let's see, 76 for the plow. All right, I think I know where that field is. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to go get these all set up and going. Then I'm going to get back into my AgroStar and wrap up the bales. And yeah, I'll see you when I get done wrapping up the bales. I think the plowing contract might be done by then. Cultivating job may not be quite done by then, but it'll be relatively close. And yeah, we're going to be a lot richer in just a little while. And maybe, who knows, I might change my mind and buy more than 30 goats. But part of me is saying no, stick to 30. That way it's a good start on saving up for the dairy production. Just a few more bales to wrap up, and then I can go help out our workers. I'll probably take over the cultivating contract, because I think that's going to get done quicker than the plowing contract. And yeah, after sitting here, just passing time, thinking about a few things, I think after I collect on both contracts, I'm probably just going to buy maybe like 40 or 50 goats if I can. Because tomorrow, all those silage bales will be going, when I say tomorrow, in August, all those silage bales will be going to the BGA. And I'm going to get, I don't want to say it, well, it's going to be a good amount of money. But that can fund the dairy in the month of August. So the more cows I get now, the cows, yeah, I'm thinking milk. The more goats I get now, the more milk I'll have to put into the dairy production until they can start reproducing. Another thing I was thinking about also, when I put down the goat pen, and I didn't really get meadow grass. I'm wondering if it didn't take the meadow grass or my grass because the grass was growing and it wasn't harvest stage. And now that we got to July, when the grass was in harvest stage, the pen was able to take the grass from the field. I wonder if that's what happened there. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure, but either way, they got grass in their feed trough, which is good. All right, so the bales are wrapped. I'll go around pick them up later on. And then, of course, these two grass fields will need to be fertilized. As for where I'm going to put the dairy production, it's going to be here somewhere. Not sure how I want this little, I guess I'm going to call it our farmyard, because that's what it's going to slowly turn into. I don't know if I'll have my sheds and everything here in the long run. I was originally thinking, what field is that? The field right behind the grass field. 35. I was originally thinking when I buy this one, the shed and farmyard and stuff will go up here. Maybe this will be our production area. I don't know if I'm going to have that many productions, but we'll wait and see anyways. Anywho, let's go help our workers. Yeah, this one is just doing the headland, so this is not going to take too long to get done, as you can see here. And yeah, doing the headland, I'll probably do it quicker than the worker will, especially on a field like this. Yeah, I was thinking, you know what? August, all those silage bales are going in, and we'll make like $125,000. That can afford the dairy production to be put down, and that'll leave me some cash left over if anything comes up for sale. Won't be for a tractor or anything, but it'll be a good start. Start working towards, I mean, a bigger tractor would be nice. I mean, there's a lot of things that would be nice. But the AgroStar is getting the job done, cutting the grass and baling. But really, I need a tractor with like 270, 300 horsepower to really get the job done at high rate of speed. When I say high rate of speed, at the max speed I can go. But the AgroStar, can't complain getting that tractor on sale because, as I said in many of my series, starting way back when FS25 began on Riverbend, is that the AgroStar is like the best bang for your dollar for a horsepower tractor. I think brand new, that thing only costs like $89,000 for 230 horse? Something like that, 230 horse. And then if you're asking about, well, what about bigger tractors? Well, the Valtra. The Valtra, same thing I use on Riverbend. I think that tractor costs like 400, well, maybe not even 410,000 for a 410 horsepower tractor. But anyways, like I said, we can only buy from the used section, so that's going to kind of determine the direction we go. But if I keep also getting contracts like this going on through, that's going to bring in the money. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, we can definitely buy more land, but I mean, I guess I could always just lease a seed drill, and I think do what well, normally I would do is just try to, because if I gotta lease the equipment, drill crops that are all harvestable in the same month. So when I go to lease a harvester, I just gotta borrow it for that 1 month and not keep it for a couple months because crops are not quite ready yet or whatever. So if we do get that far in this year, I'll probably plant like wheat and or barley, because that's a fall crop to plant, and they're harvestable roughly at the same time. Barley can be harvested in June, and wheat can be harvested in the beginning of July. So, but both crops can be harvested in July. But that's thinking way ahead. But I try to think a little bit ahead, just so you know, when you get there, it's not like, all right, which direction am I going? You know, what am I doing? At least when I get to that point, it's like, okay, I kind of had thought about doing plan A, plan B, or plan C. Which way do I want to go? So I'm not advancing time along just yet. First off, I want to get those bales wrapped so the fermenting process can begin. And also I don't want to advance time now because I want to be able to buy the goats. So earlier in the day, I got to buy them. Their health is going to be at 0. And then they can speed up time. Then their health will go up. And of course, we should start seeing some goat milk start spawning outside of the goat pen. But we are just about done with this contract here. Yeah, together these two contracts should pay like $25,000. So we should be somewhere around $45,000 once both of these are done. And like I said, I think it was 25,000 to buy 30. So if I can buy, I might be able to buy 50 goats, which is about 1/3 of what the pen can hold. I think that is a really, really good start. I only had 81 goats on Riverbend, and I know how much milk they produced. So 50 goats, you know, not as much, but it'll be pretty darn good to start with. All right, this contract is complete. Let me see if there's any other cultivating contracts that have come up since we took these. If not, baling deadwood. Cultivating would be right there. Nothing. So let's go ahead and collect on that one. 8,639. And now I got the plowing contract. So let me go ahead and get a little bit more done with this. And then I'll bring it back for completion. The plow I lease, that's not part of the contract. So when I collect on this contract, the plow will stay, but the tractor will go. Did any other plowing contracts come up? I did not look for that. No, not currently. But then again, we're not advancing that much time. But we're just getting the headlands done here, so this is not going to take us too long. But then, yeah, it'll be time to bring in the goats. Just got to get down to the farthest corner, and that should complete it. The worker did miss some spots in the field, but I think since it's such a big field, we don't actually have to do 100% of the actual field, because there's a leniency there of how much of the field you got to cover. Should be fine. Yeah, we're at 97%. Should be at 100% by the time we get down to this corner, I would imagine. And contract complete. So I'm going to drop off the plow here. Like I said, the plow is leased. The John Deere is borrowed for the contract. And I'm just going to double check, even though it's only been a couple minutes. Just want to be sure. Mowing. Yeah, no other plowing contracts. So, yeah, let's go ahead and collect on that one for $15,460. Plow should still be there, which it is. We're up to $44,000. We'll leave the plow there because it is harvest season, as we know, and more contracts could come up. And just hope I don't forget about it. All right, let's jump over the fence here, and let's see how many goats can I get for $44,000? Let's find out. So we know 30 costs about 25. It's 43.8, 44.7. All right, I said let's get 50. So yeah, we'll get 50. That leaves me a little bit of cash. That way, if I need to hire a worker, we can do that. But let's go ahead and buy those. So it's $38,888 for the goats, $2,500 for the transportation fee, which is rather cheap. If I were to even lease a trailer, I would be taking a lot of trips, putting wear and tear on my tractor, using diesel fuel, and the leasing cost of the trailer. That's worth it. So let's go ahead and buy the 50 goats. And there we go. The start of our cheese empire with the goats. Do I have flight mode activated? I do. How does it look with the... Oh, they're mostly over here. Wandering around. I was like, oh, I don't see that many goats. We have a big open space here. Interesting. But they are here. No milk yet. But that's actually a pretty good spawn area, isn't it? I think it can hold like 10,000 liters of milk on the outside at least. So there we go. That has started. So is the feed trough? Okay, so it doesn't show anything in the feed trough, so I guess it's just because their food is technically out here. So yeah, we're not going to see the meadow grass just in the feed trough. But their health should go up slowly but surely. Yeah, meadow grass, 100%, so that's good. Let's fast forward some time here. Oh, what's in sale? Not that it matters, but a Merlot. A Merlot telehandler. I don't got no money. I shouldn't be looking there because that's kind of stupid, really. Goat's health up to 10%. And in the next hour, we should see our first crate and probably have like 5 liters of milk, maybe. At best. Or nothing as of yet. While the time is going by fast, let's see if any high-paying contracts come up. Got some mowing, spraying. Do got some cultivating ones, but I'm looking for better paying jobs at this point. Their health is up to 40%, and there we go. We're starting to get our first little bit of goat milk. The rain has arrived. Yeah, the bales are fermenting, which is good. Goat health up to 60% now. Are they going through the meadow grass? Very little. Productivity is at 60% because health is at 60%. But once you get going, they'll be good. As for contracts, a lot of harvesting ones. But yeah, we're going to pass on those. And yeah, I don't think... well, I think I'll just go on and skip the rest of the day unless some contracts do come up here as the sun gets ready to set. I'm going to keep that plow again overnight because I expect some plowing contracts to come up in August. All right, yeah, 7 o'clock at night. Let's slow down time. Yeah, I'm not gonna check the sales page because that's just kind of stupid. Since I only got $2,000, and no, I can't borrow money on the series. So yeah, the good thing about this grass field, you can see the yield bonus is 97%. So if they're getting their meadow grass from here, this grass field should be able to keep up. But 50 goats. 50 goats is what we start with. Will I buy any more? I don't think so. Probably just let them reproduce. How long was it? I'm trying to remember. Is it 8 months? Might be 8 months for them to reproduce. Yeah, they're not going through the grass that much. So productivity is 100%, which is great. Goat milk almost got our first 1,000 liters showing there. Reproduction's at 20, so it's 5 months. So in 5 months, we'll have 50 more goats. But then it'll take them a while before those goats will start making some milk. Sales page. All right, I'm glad there's nothing there, honestly. Because if something was there, that would have kind of broke my heart a little bit. But today is the day I should be able to put the BGA to work. Just looking at contracts. Let me fast forward an hour. So contracts have time to spawn. Just looking for contracts that you can see I might be doing in between episodes. All right, what do we got here? Bale wrapping. Well, I could do bale wrapping. That is not too far from our yard. For 4,800, I will accept that contract. And what else we got? We got a hoeing contract. And, yeah, nothing else. So it looks like I'll be doing some baling contracts. Or, sorry, bale wrappings. And as for the bales we got waiting to go in, I don't think they'll be quite ready. No, but they are 97%. But all these need to go in. So this is going to bring us in like 150,000. Okay, not 150,000. Let's see, 50, 100. Oh, well, maybe like 125, 130. That is what I'm going to shoot for. I'm going to pick these bales up off the field and stack them somewhere. And then, of course, these two grass fields need to be fertilized. And when that money comes in for the BGA, we will be building... let's see if I can find it here. I just built it today on Riverbend series. There it is. This is the daily production. So very small, as you can see. So maybe just like put it... maybe like somewhere like right about here. So it's not, if I can, I don't own up to the forest. I may actually have to put it more in the grass field. So that may be something, I mean, I could even put it over here by the river. Something like that, but I think I like it more over here. But we'll see. We'll see next time. So I'm going to get that baling wrapping contract done in between episodes. I'll probably pick up these bales, stack them somewhere. But we'll put the bales in the BGA together. And also, like I said, over here are goats now. Yeah, let's go over and visit. Do we actually... Maybe we got a full crate of milk already. Who knows? We may have. No, it's just still the original one. That's okay. As we know, this will just get better with time. This might be... Yeah, it's not quite a full one, but yeah. In time, in due time, these goats will be producing quite a bit, and yeah, we'll get a lot of goat cheese from it. But anyways, yes, more money will be coming in, passive money in some ways, because I don't really have to do too much with the goats. Although for the winter, I will make sure we keep some grass bales, because meadow grass does not grow in the winter. So, got to make sure we keep our bales around to feed them. It's a question of, though, how many bales am I going to need? I don't think that many. But anyways, that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. I appreciate you making it all the way through the episode with me. If you're still here and you want to help me out, hitting that thumbs up button does more than you know. Thumbs down button's there as well. You can hit that. Believe me, comment as to why, so I can make the episodes better for you next time. But no one ever does that. And if you're new here, you might want to think about hitting that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on more content like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Pallegney. But until then, have a good one.